Okay, hi, good morning. First question is from Darlene. Good morning, Darlene. Okay, our family makes an annual trip to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Okay, fine. Yeah, I've been there a few times. I like it better at night. It's just not quite as beastly hot, and the lines aren't quite as long. But there's some pretty neat stuff there. Yeah, that's for sure. All right, but that's not why you're writing, is it? No, no, I'm sure it's not. We went quite early this year, which turned out to be good timing. Yeah. Reservations had been made 11 months prior with our vacation club, and you probably have to reserve about that far in advance for some things, for sure. Due to conflicts in work schedules, we didn't plan to go back until early June of 2021. Oh, okay. So, like almost a year from now. Yeah. Because we're a family who chooses to stay safe, we wanted to consider the status of the fight against COVID 19 before making any definite plans. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Can you give us any update on when a vaccine might be available to the public? We're nearly 11 months out from our projected travel date. It's time to make reservations or find a later date as an alternative. By my calculations, based on information you've given previously, June 2021 might be cutting it a little too close. Yeah, you're probably right. Latest vaccine news. Let's see. Moderna is still silent. AstraZeneca said they have really good results, but didn't show anybody. And there was a third company. Let me think of it. I don't know. It's skipping my mind. But the third company did a press release and said that, oh no, it was Remdesivir. Yeah, Remdesivir is Gilead. Did a press release and said that they had pretty good results, which apparently has resulted in somebody buying up a lot of the stock of Remdesivir. I looked at the results. They seemed kind of marginal to me. They didn't make a difference in death rate, but it was it was like a tiny number of people. And yeah, I would doubt that a number that small in a group that small would be significant. I think this was like a partial unblinding of a clinical study, like when they'll look halfway through to see whether it's worth continuing the study or not. And I think based on this, they're going to continue the study. It doesn't look like an absolute world beater, but it looks like it might help, and helping is helping, right? So where are we going to be with the vaccine? Interesting. The best results that have been made public so far, and that's still the big old asterisk, because a lot of people, a lot of companies say they're working on this and are in, high number phase clinical trials. And most of these companies have not shown any data whatsoever to sort of back that up. Which, yeah, I don't know. It could be on the up and up, but it makes me nervous. Yeah, but yeah, because I don't know. I just feel like if they had really good data, they would want the world to see it and scrutinize it and say, "Yeah, this is awesome." Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Oh, by the way, yeah, check out the chambered nautiluses this morning. Wardrobe by Nicola, of course, of course. Who else can find these things? Not me. No. Um, Best results are from still the company in China. India announced that basically the same vaccine, which is an inactivated version of the virus, is going into clinical trials there. There isn't a US equivalent of this vaccine that I can see as part of Warp Speed or anything. It looks as though the US is taking a variety of different approaches which don't involve, just inactivating the virus. And yeah, I get it because it's kind of a slow growing virus. It's not particularly rampant like some other coronaviruses just grow, I don't know, 10,000 times as well as this particular one. Um, but yeah, so if it is actually successful, it's going to be successful first in other countries. And so then you're talking about basically starting from scratch over here. And I think it is a push if that one does work. If one of the other ones works, there we go, English, then I think you would still be in a similar situation. I mean, if what they're saying is completely legitimate and all these clinical trials are done within a month or two, and then they choose after phase 3 to finally release phase 1, 2, and 3 data, then I guess that'd be great, and they could potentially start to ramp up. I know some of the companies are actually already ramping up. Like AstraZeneca have started to ramp up toward something ridiculous. I don't know if it was. I feel like 1 billion doses was in the news article, but I'm not sure that's actually right. But yeah, they're really trying to scale up without actually knowing that it works, and with some evidence that suggests it doesn't work very well. So yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not a guy who ever would in Disneyland. Yeah. Would you? Could you with a mouse? No, I'd just rather do something else. Thank you. Yeah, that's. I think your instinct is right. I think that's probably pushing it. You might get lucky, but if you can push it off by even a couple of months, I think you've got a better shot. And maybe you can find cooler weather as well, which would be really nice. Yeah, particularly, yeah, given the heat down there. So, thanks very much. Good question. This is Ask Dr. Ben.